in the age of DC and Marvel, well, I can say when they're at their prime, especially Marvel, uh, could we ever believe to be another superhero series, or you can say, or genre, whatever it is, doing exceptionally good? Well, yes, that's what the boys did it, and of course, it blew our mind when it first came. As in the season one, we were not prepared for it, but yes, we loved it, and in season two, it blew our mind again. So, but unlike the movies, or you can say series, do you really think there could be an animated series that could be that good as compared to your DC animated movies or Marvel animated movies or any other animated series? Well, yes, and this is it. And that's what we're gonna be talking about today, guys. And it's called it's been a while. Like, even I was going through this whole COVID situation. When I had COVID, so it took me some time to come back to make videos again, right? But I'm happy I'm back again, and the benefits of being a COVID positive, I could say, could be in your room, watch a lot of series and movies, right? So yeah, soon we'll be reviewing the Mortal Kombat, yes, and Jupiter Legacy, and Castlevania 2. So stay tuned for that. Invincible. Wow, what a show it was, I'll tell you. I didn't expect it to be this good, but when I saw the first episode, it did make me feel like it's going to be good, but not this good. Okay, I won't go that deep inside like about their history and the past, everything, because if you remember, I've made another video, link is in the description, where I have talked about like who made the Invincible comics and all those other stuff. Starting with the story. Well, unlike DC or Marvel or Valiant Comics, mostly I could say I'm taking the example of DC and Marvel right here. See, Invincible doesn't have storylines, like multiple storylines. It has just one straight storyline. Okay, and similarly, the boys too had one simple storyline, one starting and this one end. Like, it doesn't have too many storylines, too many different stories or something. But all I could say that yes, it is a little different from the comic, and I think it's good for it. And yes, we will be discussing about that part later in this video. But the story as a whole, I feel it's very makes sense. Not just, I would say it just makes sense, but then it's people can actually understand, even for new goers also. Like, people, like, come on, how many of you have really read the Invincible comics? I didn't, and I believe most of us haven't. Someone who did, you guys are lucky. Again, I'm gonna tell you, you guys are doing really good. You got a chance to read the comics. But I'm saying, if you haven't read the comics, it doesn't matter, right? Because if anyone who watches the series, they can get along with it really well. Let's start off with the characters, right? Well, I'm not gonna go deep about their origins, how they started off, nothing, because if you have seen the series, you pretty much know about the characters. I'm gonna start off with my best characters to the least, but there are no least characters, but then I'm gonna rate it accordingly, right? So my best character, I believe most of the people might find him best, even if we hated him in the end, but it's definitely Omni-Man, right? Just like Homelander, but then we love the Butcher more. Yeah, so Omni-Man, of course, just because of how this person was, like I really liked it, like from being let's not talk about what he did in the last episode. I hated him, but I loved him too, with all with the violence and everything. And similarly, look, I bet Marvel to do something like that, whatever. So again, it's like how he was going ahead, he had an alternative motive, he had to do something. It's, come on, he's doing his job, right? Of course. But then he came to Earth, he became more like a human. So I really like his character. And of course, as we know, played by J.K. Simmons, and he did an amazing, fantastic job, okay? And come on, it suits him too. My second favorite character comes, of course, Invincible himself, because not because, of course, like he is the main character, and I liked his development. Yes, I would have wanted him to be a little bit more powerful, but that's okay. That's completely okay, because even though I think we'll get to see him getting more powerful in the next episode, in the next season. I'm so sorry, and I think that's more important in this case. Moving ahead, we do after that. My next favorite character is. See, it's because I like her, okay? It's Atom Eve, of course. I like her, of course. That's my personal choice, maybe. I liked her powers and everything. I wanted her to get more involved in it, but it's like it's a fanboy kind of a thing for Atom Eve, okay? But yes, I really liked her. I really wanted her and Invincible to get together, but who knows? Maybe next time. And moving ahead, this guy comes closer to what do you call Omni-Man. That's Cecil. Oh, I love this guy. Come on, Cecil. I wanted to know, like, there is a lot of secret. It's like a Nick Fury, kind of like more badass level Nick Fury. You can say it's like I'm forgetting his name. I'm forgetting his name, whatever. But Cecil did an amazing job keeping watch on every superhero, having contingency plan. Remember that when the second last episode, when he tried to shoot that like a death ray kind of a thing from space, I was like, Cecil, you're my favorite, literally. So then after that, there's another character I wanted to see more, okay, but he was there for a while. It's Damien Darkblood. Okay, Damien Darkblood gave me a very cool, it gave me like a Hellboyish kind of a vibe, but it was a very cool, I could say this, touch to it. I really like it. And I believe he's not gone completely. I think he should come back. I really want him to come back, and I love the way he was investigating stuff, and the room gets cold when he comes. Next is Titan. Oh, Mahasha Ali. I love that episode. Basically the twist in the end. I for once thought Titan is a good guy. He felt good, but the twist in the end, okay, turning out like he planned everything. That was amazing. Really, I really loved it, and it was cool. And I want to see him more. Really, I really want to see him more in future. And coming up next is, of course, talking about the other teammates like Rexplode or Duplicate, Green Ghost. Then Green Ghost is from the other team. I'm so sorry. Robot. I really like Robot. I like that part. When it's a robot did this thing. Just he wanted to be human and everything. But then again, those people out there, I find they're very good supporting cast. But simultaneously, again, I feel that they could be more. They could play a more part into it in future. Of course, they can, and especially Omni-Man's wife, and as you can say, Invincible's mother. I liked her role too. She did really good as as a character. You can feel her at times. She did her bit of investigations and all, and that felt a good contribution to the I could say I was about to say to a video. Good contribution to the series. Lastly, my best character is Immortal. The way he made his comeback, I still feel he's not dead. Those twins, clone, you could say, brought him back to life and gave him. The moment he comes back to life, well, even they couldn't control him. He went straight for Invincible. It actually felt like, when in Man of Steel, when Superman went blasting away to Zod. But it was far brutal and much more angrier Immortal, like when he came. And again, it was brutal to see how he killed him too. But in the end, we see Cecil again working on him. So I think Immortal's still there, guys. He's gonna come back for sure. talking about the animation, when initially I saw the trailers, I was impressed by it, but then again, I never thought that the animation would be so good when it, in terms of the action, the blood, the brutality, and because the animation had a touch of something really, I could say, something really safe, decent, cool kind of a feel to it. And I'm telling you, it do give me the vibe of the Justice League and Justice League Unlimited animation kind of bit, but it's a little uplifted than that. But I'm really loving the animation, but the blood and gore in it, oh man, that's crazy, and that's what I'm covering next. The violence, my oh my, the violence. I can't say it is for kids. Well, even though a lot of kids will be watching it, it is brutal as anything. It's crazy. And well, there have been many scenes of the brutality, man, that Invincible get beaten down when he was working with Black Samson, that was crazy. And not only that, every episode somewhat has this brutality thing. And if you remember the last episodes, just because I was thinking of how much more blood are we gonna get? How much badass, or you can say more violent, can it get? Then the last episode happened, where, like, remember that scene when Invincible was trying to hold this lady, trying to help her out when they fall from the building, and he comes out of those rubble and he finds her hand. I was actually hoping that he might have saved her. Damn. And that subway scene, I don't even want to talk about it. The way, shit, the brutality, even though it was not like a live action brutality, but I could feel it at that moment. Crazy. It was really, really crazy. Talking about the rewatchability factor in this case. Yeah, I'll tell you. WandaVision was good. Even Falcon and Winter Soldier was good too. But then again, it doesn't have that level of rewatchability. You can't watch the whole I could say the season. You don't feel like watching it again and again. You might watch just few scenes, few stuff. For me, I might just watch the part where Wanda starts seeing her past. Okay, Agatha makes her see her past, and maybe after that. Same goes for Falcon and Winter Soldier. I might see the part where John Walker actually kills her friend, yes, Kelly's friend, and maybe the last episode. That's it. But here in Invincible, there is a huge amount, like boys have a good rewatchability factor, and similarly Invincible too. There are many episodes you can watch it again and again, and I'm telling you, you'll never get bored. It has a very good rewatchability factor. I could say at least 2 to 3 times for every episode you can. Some episodes maybe more than that. So I say it's a very good rewatchability factor. Do give it a watch if you have not watched it. You will love it. So after speaking about everything and compiling everything out there, see, this is my rate. I'm gonna give you my rating to it, right? So I believe Invincible stands as something. I want to give it a 10, but then again I won't, because 10 will be too much for it. So I will give it a 9. I know a lot of people have a lot of I know like in few episodes we're not up to 9, you can say, but as an overall average I would say it's 9. And even though like a lot of you might not agree with me, even if you want to give it a lower rating, it goes max to 8.5. It's 8.5 to 9. I'll give it a 9. Invincible literally deserves a 9. So that's about it, guys. This was our Invincible review. Yes, it was brief again. Like I said, I did compile everything together into it. Okay, but then again, like I said, if you want to know about a little history, or how this comics came into the existence and all the other stuff, do check out my previous video. You can check this video out. All I will say that Do watch this series. I know a lot of people out there, they're like, why to watch animation? I don't like cartoons, this and that. I'm telling you, start watching them. Some of them has good storylines. Even movies don't have such kind of storyline, because the things that you can do on an animation might not be able to do on a movie, or you can, but yeah. And I'll tell you something. Initially, when I was not a big of an anime fan, now anime is different, but then again, when I've seen the level of storylines these guys do is amazing. But their storylines, even you couldn't even imagine it, you know. Similarly, because I've seen this whole animation thing is growing, and I have a message to DC and Marvel also. Marvel, even you can make good animations, you know. Yes, I know you won't take such a bold step like Invincible and all, but DC you could too. But DC has a different story altogether. Okay then, so this was our review. How did you like the video? Is it good? Is it okay? Is it really bad? Do mention in the comment section, and of course do like, share, subscribe. Please do it, it's gonna help us. Okay, and we'll see you next time with our next video, and you'll definitely will be getting, I think next is Mortal Kombat, so stay tuned for Mortal Kombat, Jupiter Legacy, and Castlevania. Until then, Hannibal